Hi, welcome to my channel, Ransom Creates. I, like many girls in the early 2010s, was constantly playing Sims 4, and one of my favorite aspirations was the Renaissance Sim. And so, in order to make it a little bit more fun in my life, I created my own kind of skills table set to keep track of all the things that I want to learn. I'm going to briefly go through them all with you right now and kind of where I am at in the process, and then you can follow along as I continue to gain more skills and up my levels. First, we're starting off with handiness. I gave myself a level 2 because I did happen to build my own kitchen cabinets this past year. I haven't hung them up yet though, so I gave myself really a starting 2. I know how to build barely. So 2 seemed like a good way to start. Writing is my next skill, and I gave myself a 2.5 on this as well, just because I have written one full manuscript and then a few half manuscripts, so I have the process down. I just haven't actually gotten through the editing phase too well. I don't like this phase so much, so I am going to work on my editing phase, and maybe that will help up my skill level. Next is crafts. I gave myself a 2.5 on crafts as well, because while I'm decent at some of the crafts I've tried, I haven't really perfected any craft, and I am still a beginner level at most of the crafts I've started, so a 2.5 seems fair. Drawing, I'm giving myself a 1. I haven't drawn in like 10 years, and I just started again this year. And so I am like at the most basic level. I don't even think I've reached 1 yet. I'm at a half point. That seems more valid for where I am at. I need to get back to drawing, and I'm taking some drawing lessons to hopefully get myself there, but definitely a skill set that I am very, very much at the beginning. Something I have not started yet is programming. I do want to learn how to program. I would love to figure out how to program my own app. I have so many ideas, but I do not know the programming behind it, and I do not have the funds to hire somebody, but I think it would be even more fun to figure it out on my own. So it's something that I definitely want to learn. I don't plan on becoming a proficient app builder, but it is something that I am interested in. Next is photography. I gave myself a 5.5 out of 10. I felt that, I have run my own photography business. That seems like I should have some skill, right? And I've done years of wedding photography, and I wouldn't give myself a higher number than that just because I don't focus on it full time. So it's not something I continually tend to increase my skill at. I've kind of been at the same level for a while. So maybe there's some things I have to learn and maybe some practices that I could do to up my skill level. Next is cooking. I gave myself a 2.5 out of 10 just because I can follow a recipe just fine, but there's never a day and time where I just create my own recipe. That's not something that happens. Also, I tend to stay with the same thing over and over and over again, so I'm trying to broaden my horizons. I haven't really reached out into other foods besides like Mexican food. I haven't gotten very far in terms of cultural items. I would love to learn more Indian dishes, more Chinese dishes, Korean dishes. It is hard because I am limited by being a vegetarian, so it's kind of trying to figure out replacements for the meat items in a lot of recipes, which is kind of where I'm at right now, is finding recipes that a lot of people like and then replacing it with a substitute for vegetarian. Next on my list is gardening. I have put myself at a 0 right now. I have done a garden in the past, but it was a very small box garden and I have not really been that successful. This year I built myself a greenhouse, so I better gain some skill in gardening in order to make that purchase worth it and to utilize the greenhouse more. So this winter I am planning on starting some seedlings. I've heard that winter is a good time to start some plants. So I am going to start some seeds this winter, and then we are going to go from there. Content creation, I gave myself a half a star. I've done well with my photography content in the past, but I have not tried other content before now. So this is kind of my first month into this kind of content. So we will see how this goes. And I'll see how much I learn. Last on my list currently is fitness. I gave myself half a star. Ever since I had my daughters almost 4 years ago, I have not gotten back into fitness too well. I used to be really into fitness. I used to be in a fitness club on campus at my university called Charge. If you've heard of it, it's a great kind of fitness community for women. I, since graduating, have not done as much fitness as I would like. I would like to get back into it, so that is on my to-do list and to up my skill level. I really want to get into lifting. I think I would really enjoy that. I love leg day, so I really think I would like lifting. But those are all the skills that I am working on right now. I might add more to the list in the future. Crafts might get broken up into different categories later on, like crocheting and sewing and all those things. But right now, because there's so many that I want to learn, I think that's where I'm going to keep it at for now. Is there any skills that you are working on or that you think I should work on? Put them in the comments below. I am so excited to share my journey with my skills with you.